Hello. Have you ever been excited about having a special guest over? You are so eager that you mentally start making preparations. You look over recipe books. Which dishes am I going to prepare? You can almost smell the mushrooms as they saute in that virgin olive oil. And the pies, you can smell the aroma of those and it makes your mouth water. And it's one of those times, have you ever just wanted to show the best side of you? Now, this may not be the actual way you live, but you're even eager to start cleaning the house. You want to make the wood shine. You want those windows to look even transparent. You want everything perfect. And this guest is so special. You're thinking, my neighbors are going to be so impressed. Wait till I tell my friends who came to visit me. I can almost see the envy in their eyes. Now the question is, and some of you may remember this movie title, had Sidney Poitier in it. The question is, guess who's coming to dinner? Okay? Or maybe, guess who's coming to Easter dinner? Let me begin by reading Luke 10:38-42. I will be reading from the New Interpreter Study Bible. Now, it happened as they went, he entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she approached him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore, tell her to help me." And Jesus answered and said to her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her." Let's look at another scenario. Picture this. You're in the kitchen fixing the food for the Easter meal. Everyone is going to be in there in about an hour, and you're a little behind on your preparations. You ask your husband to set the table, and you're getting a little perturbed by how slow he's moving. You're wondering, how can anyone move that slow? And all of a sudden you feel a little tug on your skirt. Nonna, Nonna. Now, Nonna means grandmother in Italian. So you hear, Nonna, and you look down, and there's your granddaughter. Nonna, look at this. I made you a picture, and will you come draw with me? You quickly glance at the picture and say, very pretty, in the tone of, will you go away right now? Nonna is busy. You tell her you will draw with her after the Easter dinner. Now, can't you just hear your higher self saying, Nonna, Nonna, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and you have not chosen that good part, that which will not be taken away from you. Oh. Let me talk about someone who is more like Mary than Martha. Shondaline Rhimes is an American television producer. She's executive producer of the television medical drama Grey's Anatomy. She's also the single mom of 3 girls, ages 13, 3, and 2. And on Super Soul Sunday with Oprah, she shares her new action plan regarding her her girls. She decides that every single time one of her girls says, "I want to play," she would say, "Yes." No matter what, no matter how inconvenient, no matter if she's going to the Grammys, she would stop. So can't you hear her higher self saying, "Shonda, Shonda, the time you have chosen to be with those girls is a good part, something that will not be taken away from you." Now, in this story, I feel that Martha gets a bad rap, though. You know, she's doing what she thinks is right. She's just trying to be a gracious host. I know there are times I've been like Martha. So the question is, how do we discern what is, as Jesus says, needed? What is the good part that will not be taken from me? This is deciding how do we use our time and our energies. And we have to ask ourselves some questions to know the good part. One of the questions might be, am I doing this to satisfy my ego? Or is this action what my Christ self wants? Another question might be, does this action bring love into the world? If you're listening to your Christ self, you will find that love is embedded in the action. This is going to be the love of yourself or another human being. So as you go about your week, think about that. Is the action that I'm choosing, is the time that I'm allowing to be used, being loving to myself or another? And I want to point out, not picking on men, but women tend to try to do too much. I am sure Martha would have loved to sit and listen to Jesus, but she was trying to do it all. So, when someone asks something of you, or you volunteer, or you go above and beyond, even to the point sometimes of self-sacrifice, you have to ask yourself the question, are you being loving to yourself? Because you need time to make sure that you take care and nourish your body, your mind, and yourself. Take time to read, to meditate, to take that nice walk, to find time to exercise. Take the time to care and love yourself. That is the good part, something that will not be taken away. Thank you, and many blessings.